Just imagine for a second that you just bought your 103K Sony A7 IV. All the running gun mirrorless now have a flip-out LCD screen. Really good. This is perfect for vlogging, but when it comes to real day use, you will be either too far from it or it will be hard to see the details at a glance. There are some situations where it's crucial to have a big and high definition picture of what you're recording, whether it's a manual focusing, exposing and so on. And to be honest, why not? If we can have a better preview which is also portable, we can ditch long cables, big monitors and screens. Let me introduce you the AndyCine C7 to solve all of your problems. This under $260 field monitor makes totally sense for me, with a high definition resolution screen, HDR level brightness even for the sunny outdoor shooting, and the convenience of taking your time to nail every shot. And let's be honest, how much cooler and more professional you look with such a better screen on your camera. You can definitely charge more for your work. The best thing I love about this monitor is the screen size. For me, 7-inch is the minimum size because I like to see very well and big my preview. Of course you could go 6 or 5 even, but in my opinion the money saving isn't worth it. Big size is nothing without definition. This monitor features a 16:10 aspect ratio, full HD resolution, 1920 by 1200, and supports up to 4K 30 input via HDMI. Unluckily no 4K 60 like the cheaper C7 Lite, which is a bummer for me. Anyway, what blows me away is that such a small monitor can go up to 2200 nits of brightness with a contrast ratio of 1200:1. It has an ambient sensor on the top to automatically adjust the brightness of the monitor. Even the most sunny outdoor shooting won't be a problem anymore. And this is HDR ready to see the full color gamma even outside. It has a dedicated feature to support HDR, and I love it because I plan to shoot a lot in HLG 2020 10-bit 422 with this Sony A7 IV. If you're planning to shoot entirely indoor, this brightness is definitely overkill. In the studio I keep at 10 to 20%. If I buy an accessories for my camera, it is because it's convenient and saves me time in some way. Well, the C7 is convenient and easy to use. This IPS LCD supports touchscreen that can be enabled and disabled with a button. But it's also clever integrated with many shortcuts. Swiping up and down on the left side, you can increase and decrease the brightness. Same thing on the right side for the volume if you have headphone connected. Double tap to open the setting and swipe up from bottom to open the most used features that are fully customizable. But what about using gloves in Alaska? There are 3 physical buttons on the top that can be customized as well with the feature you want to access easily and often even without the touchscreen. The design is pretty simple. The bezel could be a little smaller, but it's a win of practice over form. It gets jobs done. On the top side you can find the 3 custom buttons and the menu wheel on one side and the SD card reader for LUTs, and 2 1/4-inch mount on the other side, turn on button and another 1/4-inch mount. Below HDMI in, out, DC in, 12 volt, DC out, 8.4 volt for power. Could be thinner, but I love how bright it gets without getting too hot and without a fan either. A really cool feature that I personally like is LUT support. You can upload your custom LUTs via SD card reader, and it's really convenient if you don't use the built-in LUTs in the monitor or in the camera. And personally I use the Mati Spatial LUTs, and this is super cool just with a card reader. You can preview the final result on the display instead of me imagining in a really flat S-Log3 how it could be, and this is definitely a killer feature for me. All this brightness comes at one cost: the battery life. For this reason there are 2 slots on the back for Sony F batteries. I am using a small profile battery that gives me juice for around 20 minutes of shooting, but if you want you can use 2 and even bigger ones, so battery isn't a problem. But what's even cooler is that you can power your camera from the monitor using the 8.4 DC output and a dummy battery like this for the camera. This approach has two positives. You have a neat design, and second, you reduce battery overheating from the camera, but for this more in the following video. If you want, you can go full rigged up with a V-mount battery like this and charge both the camera and the screen with a D-tap cable, but personally I'm using this Moman Power 99 with almost 7000 mAh. They will power your setup for all day long. It has dual D-tap and dual USB, which I use for direct power delivery via USB-C to my camera. In my opinion, it's the best option for professional work. Design-wise, there is a small downside to this monitor. If you use this cool small rig friction monitor attachment that let you adjust the monitor with just one hand, you cannot connect the cables because there isn't room enough. So I really prefer the C7 Lite, which has the power ports on the side. Another small downside is that it doesn't support 4K 60, so if you like me shoot beauty shots in B-roll in 4K 60 or Full HD 120, the screen just turns gray and black as soon as you trigger the mode. For this reason I think I will definitely downgrade it to the C7 Lite that has lower brightness but 4K 60 support and also power ports on the side. For some reason no picture mode. Let me know in the comment if I'm making something wrong and you can use this monitor taking stills and pictures. I won't go into details in all the features that you can use to improve your filmmaking. There are many videos that will explain better than I do, like Caleb Pike will do. You can customize everything on this monitor. The most useful ones are the pinch to zoom and the exposure. You can literally pinch on the screen to zoom in and then manual adjust the focus to always nail the perfect details if your autofocus isn't that good. Also, there is a false color that can tell you which zone is incorrectly exposed in order to get the best picture. The AndyCine C7 sells for $260 and in my opinion it's a perfectly balanced price for a mid-range professional field monitor. Of course you can go cheaper if you don't want all this brightness for HDR, and I would have paid a little bit more for 4K 60 and photo support. So this wraps up for today. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any question, the comment section is your place. Be sure to like this video and subscribe, and as always, stay tuned on Shades of Tech. Ciao!